starting off your mornings in the right way literally set the foundations for the rest of the day. And that's why, it's so important to actually find something that works for you. I find that there are so many influencers online telling you to do things like take cold showers, drink fruit smoothies, moisturize your face with this cream, moisturize your face with that cream. None of this bullshit works, man, right? Well, none of it worked for me anyway. I just find that nobody's being real. Like, nobody's just telling the truth online. So let me tell you how I've personally been able to optimize my mornings and be able to literally get more done in 3 hours compared to what I used to do in 12 hours just a few months ago. And the first thing is intermittent fasting. Like, literally, just try it, man. It might work for you, it might not. For me personally, it gave me superpowers. Like, this shit is fucking insane. I swear to God. Like I said, it might not work for everyone, but for me, it's absolutely a game changer. And when you combine this with real black coffee, not instant coffee, none of that stuff that you get in jars and you just add water to it and you've got your coffee ready made for you. I'm talking about real fucking coffee, right? With real coffee beans. You can learn how to do it online, but I'd suggest you buy yourself a coffee percolator, something like $20 or something like that. And you can actually start to get some real benefits from this drink. Like, so many people are drinking coffee wrong. They're drinking it for flavor. They're adding bloody thousands of grams worth of sugar. They're adding milk. They're adding like latte. Like, that's not how coffee is supposed to be drunk. If you want to get the benefits from it and you want to actually receive the like brain powers that it gives you, the cognitive effects, you need to be drinking it in the correct way. And that is done through real black coffee in the way that, I've just described, okay? Because when you do this, it provides through the roof focus. Like, it's outrageous. As I said at the start of this video, you'll get more done in 3 hours than what you normally do in 12. This isn't bullshit. Like, it really isn't. Let me tell you a quick story about this, and I'll tell you about something that happened a little bit earlier on, actually. So just a few hours ago, I was downstairs in the kitchen and, I was making myself a lovely cup of coffee, using real ground coffee, of course, as I've just spoken about. And whilst I was doing this, my mum walked into the kitchen and she asked me if I'd eaten anything for breakfast, to which I replied, "No, mother, I have not had anything for breakfast." It was about midday at this point in the day, and instantly, she replied with, "Bloody hell, Mai, like, what are you doing? How are you not going to eat? You're going to starve." All these things, She was completely and utterly disgusted with the fact that I hadn't had anything for breakfast. She's quite a traditional mother in the sense that she's very protective. She worries about her little boy, she wants him to eat food and stay healthy because that makes him strong and all this stuff. And, breakfast for her is, as most of us have grown up to believe, the most important meal of the day, right? When I told her that I had been fasting for breakfast and that, I was making a coffee just to kind of keep me going, she almost autopilotly, like, if that's even a word, went into this like defensive mode where, she was worried about me. And I kind of realize now that response actually came from her subconscious mind, and it came from a place of how she was raised, and not just how she was raised, just how everyone has been raised, in the fact that we all think breakfast is a necessity and it's the most healthy meal of the day, and it's just not at all. And I feel like as a society we should be questioning all norms, right? Everything that seems to be normal, we should be questioning, because as soon as I started intermittent fasting and as soon as I experienced this for myself, I've learned that the idea of breakfast being the most important meal of the day is absolute bullshit. Okay, so having said that, what is the best way that you can be starting off your day as a young man? And what I would say is, apart from intermittent fasting and getting yourself a nice cup of coffee, is doing a gratitude check, okay? Because you want to be having the mindset of, why can you be grateful today, okay? And as I said there, you bastard. Why can you be grateful today, you bastard? There are many things, my friend, many things you should be grateful for, Write them down. Go over them again in your head throughout the morning, because as I said in one of my previous videos not so long ago, gratitude is the opposite of negativity. You can't feel negative. You can't feel like shit if you're grateful for your morning, and you're grateful for just waking up and being able to breathe and being able to see and, being able to get some fresh air. You can't feel negative when you're grateful for small things like that. This is going to put your mindset in the right place for the rest of the day. And yeah, you can't go wrong with that one, mate. Number 3, do not consume bullshit, okay? And by that, think about this. Our brains are like a sponge, yeah? So that means that they are able to absorb information, and they are most malleable in the morning, meaning that is when our brains are most susceptible to absorbing said bullshit, right? So waking up and instantly absorbing shit from TikTok is just not it. You're literally giving yourself a disadvantage if you're doing this. And actually, I'd say most people are doing this. So let's switch that around. I'll say that if you're not doing this, you're giving yourself an advantage. The best way to avoid this, right, is literally just by putting your phone in another room when you go to bed at night, okay? Because this is going to mean that when you wake up in the morning, your phone's not going to be there for you to just, automatically grab, because it's going to be in another room. So that's actually one of the best ways to, get rid of habits, is by adding in some friction. So you make it a bit harder for yourself to actually do the task or do the fucking bad habit that you're doing. Number 4, get outside, mate, right? Get some sunlight if you can, If not, it's still amazing just to get some fresh air in your lungs. The reason I say if not is because a lot of us aren't blessed with the sun, right? I'm not blessed with the sun. I live in England and it's always bloody raining, cloudy skies. Not really much you can do about that. But if you're just going outside to get some fresh air, it's going to do some amazing things for you. It's going to increase your oxygen intake, giving you more energy, improving your focus. It's going to boost your mood. When you go outside for a walk, even if it's just 5-10 minutes, when you come back, you always feel so much better. And that's because, it improves your mental clarity, makes you feel alert, it gives you concentration, and it just reduces stress, man. Like I said, you feel great, don't you, when you come out from a walk? Just 5 minutes. It's all you need. And doing that in the morning when your brain is malleable, it's absolutely wonderful, You're going to start off your day fantastically and have a jolly good day, buddy. Right, number 5, do something difficult. Do the most important task, essentially. And to define what is the most important task, ask yourself this. If this is the only thing I accomplish today, will I be satisfied with my day? And that question is a killer question because, once you answer it, you're going to find out what's important to you personally. Okay, it's not about what Jimmy thinks is important or Mary. It's about what you think is important, what's important to you, what fills you with purpose. So, when you ask yourself that question and you actually follow it, your life's going to change. It's a big mindset shift and you can't go wrong, my friend. So in a nutshell, mornings should be used for output, not input. In other words, output is these 3 things, things like lifting weights, writing, deep work. You're actually using your body, you're using your brain to actually output and give out to the world, if that makes sense. You're using yourself. And then input is about receiving in, so you're reading, you're absorbing information, you're learning new things, you're watching YouTube, you're socializing, because obviously when you socialize, you are communicating with other people, therefore technically always kind of learning from other people. This is going to 5 times your productivity, trust me. Make your mornings about output, put in the work in the mornings, and then in the evenings you can sit back a bit more, relax, and use that to absorb information in. Hopefully you found that a bit useful. Believe you can, and you're more than halfway there.